Place trophy. Asked today about Lieberman's chairmanship of the Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee in the wake of his decision not to support the expansion of Medicare, one he once proposed. Majority Leader Reid saying, quote, "You have to understand I don't get frustrated with anyone." Not so much Senator Lieberman himself, who, as Countdown reported last night, tried to blame his shifting position on liberals like Congressman Anthony Weiner for being too enthusiastic about Medicare expansion. In the New York Times, quote, Congressman Weiner made a comment that Medicare buy-in is better than a public option. It's the beginning of a road to single payer. Congressman Weiner joins us now from the Capitol. Thank you for your time again tonight, sir.
Thank you, Keith.
First of all, your response to Senator Lieberman?
Well, apparently he expects something like the Stockholm Syndrome to take hold here in Congress, where we all start spouting the views of our hostage holders. I mean, the fact of the matter is that amendment was included, that change was included to expand Medicare, not only because I liked it, but because Senator Lieberman himself proposed it. And the idea that he would be so capricious to simply say because Anthony Weiner likes it, I'm going to ask that it be removed or not allow the bill to go forward. Look, this is most puzzling. This whole process is the very same people who say they care about containing costs are the exact same ones who say take out the public option, which the CBO said would hold down costs. The same people who said they're concerned about choice for consumers, again, are the ones that say they don't want the public option adding an additional choice. So this has been a frustrating experience, and as I've said this week, you know, we worship at the altar of Olympia Snowe and Lieberman and Stupak, and I don't know why we're outsourcing the writing of this bill to people who really don't reflect the Democratic majority.
Do you support the Senate legislation in its current form? And if that bill is one you were to vote on in the House, would you vote for or against it?
Well, we're going to go into a conference committee, and I've been reluctant to draw lines in the sand, and I have to tell you something. There's a lot of good things that still remain in the bill. But we've lost on three important points here. One, the woman's right to choose has now been diminished in this bill. Secondly, they're going to be taxing health plans, which is, I think, opposite of the direction we want to go, encouraging private health care plans. And now third, they've taken out the choice and competition that comes with the public option. This bill has gotten steadily worse through this process, and no one's really stood up at the White House to say enough is enough, these are our requirements. Now, I'm keeping an open mind. I don't want to let the perfect be the enemy of the good. One of the things I think that we've gotten into the habit here, we hold a gun to our own head. We're negotiating against people who don't want there to be any health care improvements, and that, unfortunately, is a difficult place to be.
Is a possible solution to this getting rid of the mandate to purchase? If that suddenly were out, would this Senate bill as it stands now be a more viable prospect?
Well, the problem is I happen to believe that there should be a mandate. I think that's one of the things that you do to spread the risk across a bigger body of people. I think it's fair to say to people that just like we require you to get car insurance, we should require you to get health care insurance. But the problem is that we're doing some things now and saying, you know what, if we only get this started, maybe we'll be able to make progress in future years. Well, we said the exact same thing 44 years ago when Medicare was passed. We haven't had any luck expanding that in the entire 2 generations since. So I think we really need to get it right this time, and that includes some of the things that are in the House bill that have now fallen out of the Senate bill.
Lastly, about Governor Dean's comments, he's not saying kill the bill and go home. He's saying kill the bill and get the good things that you can get passed through reconciliation done that way. And he's saying that perhaps with a clearer view of the past in the rearview mirror should have been the strategy all along. What are your thoughts about moving towards reconciliation at this point?
I agree. Look, I'm not sure I would go as far as Governor Dean and whether or not we should stop in our tracks, but one thing is clear. We've heard that reconciliation, which for the purpose of just clarity, means a majority rule.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it means. It means what we're supposed to believe in this country and in this Congress. And we've been hearing that reconciliation, that process that would get us to a straight 51 vote majority rule, was a last resort. Well, Keith, we're at our last resort time in the calendar here. It's time to go get our best bullpen pitcher, which hopefully is the President of the United States, and say let's get 51 votes. And if the Republicans or the people in the 49 don't like that, hey, this is why we were elected, is to make these tough choices and to get a majority a vote here in the House and Senate. Let's go ahead and do that. So in that regard, I do agree with Governor Dean.
Congressman Anthony Weiner, the Democrat of New York, as always, many thanks and congratulations on being such a catalyst on this thing, and obviously something that someone who has made Senator Lieberman change his mind about something he used to support. What an accomplishment. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.